Hi, and welcome back to Middy Explores, and today we're in Charwelton. Now this is Charwelton, the bridge there, and just beyond that was the station on the Great Central Railway, and just beyond that was Catesby Tunnel, which we've already done, and I'll put a link to the video down below or at the end of this video as well. Now what we're looking for today is where the Charwelton water troughs were, which is directly in front of me. And we're going to go up there, see what we can find of the old infrastructure that was around here, and then we're going to go all the way up to Woodford Halse, hopefully. Second time we've attempted this. Last time we were beaten by the overgrown stingers. So let's see what we can find today. Hope you enjoy this journey. Right, so this was the site of this is the Great Central track bed that we're walking on now. See a little bit of the older sides there where the cables used to go, etc, etc. And then the water troughs went straight out in front of us all the way along this line here. So what we're looking for is water tanks, the remains of the water tanks, and everything else that we can find along the way. Obviously this part of the track closed in 66, I do believe. So it's obviously been gone now 50 odd years, 56, 57 years ago. So whatever's left here has been a survivor. Some sort of waterworks there on our side, a lot more modern than this. Bricks and all sorts here, but what we're looking for is basically any infrastructure that's left that we can film. Right, so we're walking at a minute already. It's nice and sludgy. As you can see here, an old signal post. Some lads are still connected to it there. Well, that's now, well, I came here about a year ago, and that's fallen over quite a bit since then. What a shame. Let's see if there's anything down there. Can't see anything. Look at that. And then we've got the bit in the ground where it used to connect. Oh, that's really sad. That's actually worse than when we saw it last. Wow. Right, so I keep walking. There's quite a bit left along here. This was bone dry last time I came down here, but completely different time. It was also about 80 in the shade. Just look over here. You see all this rocks and infrastructure, all this stuff here. Ballast, loads of ballast. Just been brushed to one side. You see it all there. And then over there. Same again this side. And I do believe this side is where the water tanks were, the water trough. Water trough's going down the middles obviously, and then the supply came from this side. But we'll get to that in a minute. Right, so just down a little bit, found a culvert here already. So I'm going to go down to that and have a look at it. So it's rude not to. Get down there, have a look. So we've got the first culvert of the day. Look at that, that's quite a beefy bit of kit, that. It's in great condition as well. See the capping stone still here. And on the other side, I can't really get any closer because it's quite a drop down there. But as you can see, we've had loads of rain as well, so it's nicely topped up. What a really nice feature. So we've got Charwelton's that way. And then we're going towards Woodford Halse there. Just stopped at this bit here because this here used to be a sign, I do believe. There was a sign on there going towards the water troughs at the side of us, and then behind here, a bit of old signalling, old signal post remains of for the cables. Look at that. That looks great. That's been forgotten about. Right, continue walking this way. You see all the ballast is still here. Different things there. We'll carry on all this way. Just going over the other side there, look, another post here. Not sure if this was a sign as well. It's got one that side and one over there as well. Right, so just walked on a bit further, signs were down there. There's a signal base there, definitely. Look at that, that is actually in amazing condition. You can see where they've just took the top clean off it there. Wow. Now, like I say, when I came before I didn't see any of this because it was just all overgrown. You can really see as well the track here opening out. So this is where the water troughs were, all the way along here. We've got a bit of the ballast seems to be all piled up on one side now. Just slight cutting, very slight. Look at that. That's fallen over a tree as well. Right, so just wandered on a bit further, and this is the start of the water supply here. There's a culvert down here with the diverter, which you can see there, which used to divert water down into the wells for the water tanks. Going down here risking life and limb. This is all ballast down here. They must just bulldoze it straight off the side. And then, as you can see, if we get a bit closer, wow. That wow noise, by the way, is the noise you make when you're starting to fall, but you don't quite fall. Wow, this is really up now. I won't be going in there in a hurry, but you can see quite clearly here the water troughs. This lovely culvert through there, looking as good as the day it was made. You can see the water dropping down the other side. There's like a waterfall the other side, and then this is the start of the filters to take the water down there, where we'll have a look at the tanks and where the water tanks were to feed the troughs. Every video I've seen of this so far is just a trickle, but you can see how it used to work now. Look at that, it's amazing. As you can see there, again, see from a different angle. See the culvert there. We're going to look at the other side of it as well. This is really quite low down off the track now. And then the pump was here, the tanks were at the top there. We're going to have a look at that now, see what we can see. He says, try not to fall. Let's go over the top here. Looking down on it there. If you're going to fall, this is the time to do it. It's like a little rabbit run here. Wow, look at that. That just looks amazing. Real piece of old engineering there. Right, so there we see the bottom of the base of the water tanks that went up there. So what we're doing is brickwork and then a steel tank on top, or I think it was steel, on top of this structure here. And it was drawing the water up from down here. Well, we've got there's two wells here somewhere. But yeah, it looks amazing. Look at that brickwork. Survived. You see, I imagine how that used to be built there. And then down here, there's the wells. Try not to fall in them. So these would have pumped up into the tank. There we go, look at that. You can still see bits of the old pumps. That's part of the old pumps there. These are pump the water up the hill here to the tank there, and then into the water troughs. You can see the one behind it as well. So we've got one here. Try not to fall in it. There we go, look at that, still got water in. You can see the range of the pump there. Wow. This would have had its own housing there. Then we'd have gone on to the second one over here. There's the second one. Try not to fall in, like I say. Great big trough here. So I think this is the feeder. The line here leads straight down to the culvert. And this one's just full of concrete. Wow. I'll say, and then the track's up there, and the troughs would commence at this point here. Wow, look at that. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, so we've got the wells there with a pump water up here, and then this here is the base of the water tower that would have pumped water into the troughs. You can really see that today. It would have been all here and then going up here, and then the water had gone into the troughs there. Looks absolutely amazing. So here we can see the top of the water trough, the water tower I should say. You can actually see the square or oblong perfectly there, and then the tower would have come above us and fed water straight onto the troughs here on the track. Look at that, I can really see that today. It looks amazing. What a structure, what a piece of engineering. Just so the trains wouldn't have to stop. They could just fill up with water as they went along. So there you can see straight down the run, you can see the wells at the bottom there, and they pump the water up here into this tank. That's fantastic. That is just fantastic. So it's looking down the other side, the culvert's down there. Nice bit of coal that we found just at the side. That's been there many a moon, the moss growing on it, it's lovely. And then a bit of old telegraph pole as well, which would have ran all the way down this side of the track at one side. Haven't seen any left at all, so the culvert is down there. Gonna have a quick look at that, I think. See how we go. Right, so here we are. The other side now, so the water troughs, the water tower rather, is behind us. Just coming the other side of the stream, I should say. And this side's been dammed over, so you get this, builds the water up behind it a bit more. Look at that, you can see it as well, it's in good shape. So this side of this is the catch. I would attempt to go down there, but it's a bit bleak today, unfortunately. Now looking back over here, just spotted a capping stone or something similar that's just been launched off the side. Probably when the tower was demolished. I don't know if this was part of the tower. It's part of something. There's all stones in a row here, and then this sat right in the middle. What is that? I think it is just a capping stone. Look at that. And then there's, I think these are sleepers. All in a row down there. Don't know what that was for. You can see here there's all rubble here. So I'm sure when they demolished the water tower, whatever else came around here. What a shame. You can see that capping there. That is massive, whatever that's for. Might be a signal base. If anybody knows, let me know. But it definitely looks. I think it's just been flipped over the edge. So it's come from up there somewhere. And they've just thrown it down here, big concrete block. I don't think it's a capping stone, I think it's something else. Right, so continue the walk now this way. And I think the next thing we get to is a nice bridge. And then beyond that we're going towards Woodford Halse. Right, so we continued the walk towards Woodford Halse, and we're coming up to a bridge now. See there, it's just a occupational access bridge, I think, and looks in really good order, that's for sure. It's quite sludgy today. We had nothing but rain for the last week. Still see the original fence there, or the posts, or remains of the posts. And still got some this side as well. Seen the odd telegraph pole floating around, which I'll put on the screen. But apart from that, slight cutting. Really nice down here, actually. You can still see the drainage down the sides. There's one there, I do believe. Oh, there's something there. There you go. That's an old drain. Old drain. There's so much stuff here, it's ridiculous. It's just really well hidden because of the years it's been sat here. But it never ceases to amaze me that it's still here. That's the bit that, you know, all these things were so well made, so well designed. They're all still here in structure. They might not work anymore, but the structure is still there. And look at that going up. And look at that. Beautiful old bridge there. Doesn't seem to go anywhere now, but it did back in the day. I think the cappings have come off the top. Other than that, in really good order. See those cappings there that we see, the same design all the way through the GCR. Look at that, absolute beauty. And really boggy as well. That brickwork has not had any love for a very long time, and it's starting to show, starting to lose the sides there. The bridge itself, like a flattened arch, quite nice. You can see up there, bowing there, we've got bowing on it there, really badly. That side is in really poor order. You can see this here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's definite bowing, and you can still see some soot on there all the way round. Oh, there's some of the cappings over here. Cappings off the top. Well, you can see the brickwork here is really suffering. The mortar joints are all gone, and like I say, you can see the top bowing out there really badly. What a shame. And of course this will get no maintenance ever. Right, so I was looking back towards Charwelton, that way. And then this area, so we're on track bed here, looking towards Woodford Halse this way. So we're going to keep walking as best we can. So last time we were defeated just down here because the undergrowth had become an overgrowth. So we're going to keep going, see what we can see. Some brickwork down there. Don't know what it's for, some sort of drainage I would imagine. But this is quite enclosed down here. The GCR was always a lot grander, I always felt a lot grander. This is really narrow. Let's keep going a bit. It might have been infilled slightly though, to be fair. Go down there. Okay, we'll just come on a bit further. Some drainage trough there. There's something over there, and there's something over here. Whatever this is. That's a bit of old ceramic pipe. Drainage there. I imagine it drained down into there somewhere. So we've gone this is the cutting behind us, and then we've gone into like a slight embankment here. There's a ceramic pipe under there. Yeah, some sort of drainage system. It comes out the bottom. There we go. There's stuff everywhere. You just have to look. We're on track bed here. You can still see the ballast here. more spread out down this end. You see the ballast there. And then there's stuff over, I think there's a little stream over there. There's some sort of pool there. I think that's the services indicator there. That's what some of them, there's a gas pipe under it. Here we go, and then we continue a track bed this way, all the way down. What's that? There's something here, something there as well. Here we go. Just keep going. Well, this is basically the north end of the Woodford Halse goods yard, I do believe. I might have got that wrong. If I'll put it on the screen. As you can see here, this is looking north, south, north. I'll figure it out in a minute. So you wouldn't even know there was a railway here. Look at it. People always go on at me on all the comments about putting this back in, and it'll just drop the tracks back in. Look at it. That is crazy. 60 years of growth. So we carried on walking along. The water tower is over to our left here, but we found this first. Now I think this is the site of the signal box. I may be wrong, but so this will be Woodford Halse North signal box, as a guess. There definitely was something here. You can see the base of it there, going round, and then to that corner as well. That corner's still entrenched in the ground, so I imagine it'll come round here. These bits have fallen off. So it looks like we found the signal box location. And then the water tower goes off to our left, because it was obviously away from the track. Because here's the main line went down here, and just through those trees there is the water tower. Let's see if we can get up there. It's lovely bramble trees everywhere. And that. Wow. Bramble trees designed to kill people. There we go, look at that. I was going to say the water tower is well away from the actual track bed, which is behind us. You can see it through the trees now. Oh wow, look at this. This looks very special up here. So they planted woods here basically. That looks like the remains of a sleeper. Oh no. No, it doesn't. Just me seeing things. Although I think this might be. There's loads of stuff. It could be an old telegraph pole, to be fair. The remains of. We go up here. Oh wow, look at this. Just look at this. That is just magnificent. We wanted to get here for so long. Look at that. One water tower. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's see what we can see here. I'm sure the gate was on here on the videos I've seen, but it looks like it's come off. The original gate. Probably been vandalised, to be fair. Then in here, wow, that's the water pump there. Hold on, yep. You can still see the pipes going up. Wow, this is incredible. Power supply still there. Water pumps down there. It's got the original handles on it and everything. Just look at that. I'm stood right over the well here, on that side as well. I think that's old oxy settling tank. Oh wow, just look at that. And then they would have gone up there and filled the tank. You see the water dripping through. Still perfectly intact. So the water tank's directly above us. Oh wow, that is just incredible. That is incredible. Wow, look at that. So we're going around the side here. And just look at that. Just look at that. That's some sort of overflow, I think. Or there'll be the pump down to the bottom. There's some cable here. They've cut the ladder off halfway, so idiots won't be climbing it anytime soon, I don't think. Right up into the a massive intact water tank up there. Got a drainage here. Might have something to do with it as well. Another one of those down the side there, like an overflow, that is, because that goes out the top. See pipe work coming out the back there as well. Oh my word, that is just beautiful. Bit of a first for the channel as well. Bit of Middy explores. Whole window there, it's been bricked up on the inside, but that's stunning. Absolutely stunning. This tin here just covers up another pipe down into the ground. That is amazing. So that is our first water tower of any substance. That is absolutely immense. So I'm not sure if this would be something similar to what was down the other end. I think it was a bit smaller than this one. But then this is all here, and then as we dip down in there, that's the track bed there. And then over there, we're going to have a quick look at Woodford Halse, and this is where Woodford Halse yard and the station and everything was this way on. So this was once home to about 3,000 wagons. It was crazy big, crazy. There was loads of it. I'll try and find some photos. But we're going to go now back towards the line and see. So there's the main line was here, and then it started branching off into the many sidings and different things in the shed down that way. So just carry on filming, just finding bits in the woods really. See old drainage here. This is trap bed, I believe, here. And then we're finding all sorts of things. So this is ballast. We're on ballast here. Look at this, there's all sorts under here. That's absolutely crazy. See that magnificent water tower through there, it looks brilliant. And we see all this. There's a drain here, I think. Wow, that is deep. In there. Oop. So we got the main line came down here. We got the water tower there, and then this here was the top of Woodford Halse goods yard, and this led down to Woodford Halse station, which is down there, and the sheds and everything else was all here. And like I say, over 3,000 wagons, steam trains, all sorts were kept here. You wouldn't know it today. It is just scrubland basically here, and then behind us is all woodland, and then you can still see roughly where the track went. It's down here, but then this was all sidings and different things. I'll try and find some pictures if I can, but look at that, it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible, you wouldn't even know. And then going back towards Charwelton, we're going this way, and this is what track looks like today. There's all little artifacts all over the place. See some drainage chutes here that have been ripped up, and there's all sorts. Absolutely crazy, but really sad. You can't even imagine that one time there was a railway through here. It doesn't even seem feasible. It's just the little bits that give it away. And then we have that magnificent water tower over there.